What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. With the finale for WandaVision just days away, it would be an understatement to say that speculation isn't at an all-time high, and with the seeming absence of some major characters from last week's episode, namely no Darcy, no Hex Vision, no Monica, and of course, no Pietro or Peter, or whomever Evan Peters is playing, fans are left wondering just how much ground Marvel is going to be able to cover in this last episode that promises to be 50 minutes, but after a good amount of credits should only be about 40 minutes of story time. Well, the director on the entire series, Matt Shakman, recently sat down in the last couple of days in an interview with Fandom.com and answered some questions specifically regarding the finale and especially what's coming with Evan Peters. And although he didn't give up much, there's some things we can infer from what he said, as well as added to the speculation that's been going around this week. We're going to break down the quotes from the director on the series, what he said about the finale in Evan Peters, our speculation for Evan Peters' reveal, and some of the other elements that are coming in the ending. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 800,000 subscribers, which we are about to hit, as well as subscriptions to Disney Plus while the shows are live. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, and if you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So I'll issue a light spoiler warning a little bit later in the video as we start to get into some deeper speculation as it applies to both Evan Peters' character and whether or not we're going to get that quote-unquote Quicksilver moment. Shakman started in the interview by saying, quote, "It's great to be able to get to talk to you after episode 8 because I feel like it really pulls back the curtain of what the show has really been about from the beginning. It's about grief, loss, and how we come back from losing people we love. It's also about love, the deep love that she has for her family and the love that she has for Vision. I think that crystallized in that Avengers HQ scene when they're in the compound sitting on the bed and talking. We understand the powerful bond that's been formed there, and we understand everything we've seen before. I hope when folks go back and look at the other episodes, they'll see those sitcom worlds in a very different vantage point. This is the world that Wanda has created to take solace in." He goes on to say, quote, "No one cares more deeply about Scarlet Witch than Lizzie Olsen. She has been playing her for a while now. She is immersed in her comic origins and really wants to make sure that the deep pathos that fuels that character is part of the show. And the spine of the show has been this idea of love and loss since the beginning. I'm happy now to be able to pull back the curtain on it and show that all those earlier worlds were informed by this strong through line." And while that is awesome to hear from the director, let's get to some of the questions that we really want to know, like who is Evan Peters playing and what's coming in the finale. Now, when pressed on this exact question following a little expose of explaining how awesome it was to get him on the show and how hard they had to work to keep it a secret, and remembering this is coming directly from the director on the series days before the finale goes live, obviously he wasn't going to be the one to spoil it, but he would say this about upcoming Evan Peters, quote, "I think there's a strong possibility you might get a little more of Evan Peters coming up, but how that plays out, I wouldn't want to say." Well, if he wouldn't want to say, it's because he doesn't want to spoil anything, and this is where I will issue the light spoiler warning, as we're going to go over some of the theories and leaks that have shown up over the last couple of weeks about just exactly what could be coming. Now, we all know there's been this rumor of a quote-unquote Quicksilver moment, but a lot of people, including industry insiders we trust and YouTubers who normally have their pulse on this sort of thing, myself included, have all said at this point it's pretty obvious that Evan Peters' casting is just a meta nod in a show that's full of them. That doesn't explain why he had Quicksilver's powers, however, in one of these episodes, even possessed by Agatha. The reveal that it's indeed not her actual brother Pietro, but someone else, doesn't seem to answer the question at all, and the way that Shakman answered this question in the interview makes it sound like there might be just a little more going on here. Again, light spoiler warning, but one of the heavy rumors going around this week is it'll be revealed that he is indeed a version of Quicksilver, but not the Fox X-Men universe version. That begs a ton of questions why there would be an analog for him, how he would be Quicksilver in the first place, but it does make you wonder why they go through the effort of that casting, knowing that there will be the lay fans who just remember him from the X-Men movies, if not at all, but then the uber diehard fans that grind this like an axe the entire time, week to week. And would you really want to set that all up not to make good on it? Now, specifically, as I mentioned in the prologue, there is a ton of story to cover in just a 40-minute episode, and of all of the characters who need to have justice done, maybe he's the last on the list. It would be impossible for them to do any good for the main narrative without spending a ton of time on both Vision and Wanda. However, this character, if a version of Quicksilver, and as the rumors seem to imply, should or would be a part of that final battle, and I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility, as we initially speculated in the very first Easter egg breakdown. Given what's going on with the post-credit scenes, we didn't see Vision or Darcy arrive yet at the part of the neighborhood now where they've spilled out into the street, and when Vision does, we're well aware of his ability to wake people up. If he should encounter Monica and believe that she's on his side, and then is able to free Peter from the crystalline possession that Agatha said that she has over him, then he'll be revealed to be whoever he is, either just some random person with no powers, or in that moment that seems like it's at the crux of the storyline, intersecting with both Monica and probably Vision, there's got to be a reason for him to be there. A reason indeed, and if that reason should be more so he could be part of the battle, and if he does have the powers of Quicksilver, how the heck are they planning on explaining that within 40 minutes? It definitely gives me pause, but those are what the rumors have said this week. A version of Quicksilver, but not from the Fox X-Men universe. It seems to ask more questions than it answers, but again, the way that Shakeman answered that question, and the fact that they've kept him in the running with no answers at all this entire time. Shoot, we even got Monica's powers addressed by now. We've seen both versions of Vision. Everything's been explained with Wanda. Nothing's been explained with Pietro except for the fact that he is a Pietro and not her brother Pietro. So wherever we're at with this storyline, by the time the finale kicks, I expect some reveal with Evan Peters. And in that, if we're truly to get a little bit more of him and the director doesn't want to spoil it, how hype will we all be to see him back in action as Quicksilver and have one of those Quicksilver moments in the final battle? It would be absolutely nuts. Maybe a little to ask given how much is left in the storyline. One final thought I'll leave you with as it pertains to all these theories. The director weighed in on those too and sort of mentioned that he hoped fans weren't disappointed because of how crazy the fan theories have got, reminding us that Marvel always seems to keep it grounded. There is definitely a story at hand that pertains specifically to Wanda and perhaps a little bit more with Vision and Agatha, and so you should expect from this finale for them to do that storyline justice above all. And if we get a 2 or 3 minute Evan Peter Quicksilver scene, I don't think any fans will mind it, as long as it doesn't take away from the final and actual story. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below and what you think is going to happen with Evan Peters Quicksilver. Do you think he is a version of Quicksilver, just not the one from the Fox universe? Do you think that's even more confusing than just making him the Fox universe Quicksilver? Now that we know that it's not Pietro, what would explain him having super speed in the first place? Maybe it's just Agatha knew that he needed to have that power to pull off being her brother, but that would be quite a bit of magic for someone who said it took years of training for a simple illusion. I am all ears, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 at 800,000 subscribers, which we are headlong into and will easily hit in the next couple of weeks. We're also giving away Disney Plus subscriptions while the shows are live, and yeah, I know there's a week in between Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. We'll do a giveaway that Friday as well. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and announced at the end of videos in the same segment we're doing right now. The best way to keep up with the channel, of course, is to hit the notification with notifications turned on. And if you enjoyed today's video, I'd of course appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter under I Am Fires. You can find me on Spotify under All Fires. I'll also see you guys late Thursday night, early Friday morning for a live watch along for the finale here on YouTube. I'll watch it as you watch it at home. We'll all get to react together. We'll be going live 30 minutes before the finale. I'll see you at about 11:30 Pacific and 2:30 a.m. Eastern. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys, and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.